I love my keyboard. It works perfectly. The touchpad is smooth and the keys feel great. I love the combo of my Surface Pro 6 and this keyboard to create a book-like closure. So happy with my purchase. Perfect and elegant. Overall, this is a quality keyboard and touchpad, and a large improvement over the previous one. The keys are clicky and spaced out well, and the trackpad is responsive. The front cover is soft, protective and prevents damage to the screen. However, I have had some issues connecting it to the Surface. Maybe 10 to 15 times in the last 2.5 months of using it, it failed to connect. The only way to fix this was a full reboot, which considering the speed isn't that big of a deal, but still annoying. If you're going to key a Surface Pro, then this keyboard is a must, and overall it does a good job. I got this keyboard with my Surface Pro 4, and overall it is one of the best memory keyboard I have ever used. The only problem I have with it is the fact that when you pull it off on one side too much it will break. Note, it will still work. The picture that was taken is where it breaks. Sexy, professional and quiet pros keys are more quiet. I have black SP4 keyboard, smooth and silky, looks amazing with the Kensington black belt. 2nd degree case, wrist area feels extra smooth, no friction. Cons: lighter color may be prone to stains. Works perfectly, came clean in good packaging. I love it. Arrived as described in new condition. Essential for full use of SP4. Works right out of the box. Connect to Surface and start typing right away. Like the light blue color. Would recommend. I bought this for my Surface Pro 3. I had the Type Cover 3 before this, so it will be replacing it. The Type Cover 4 is overall better in every way than the Type Cover 3. They're both roughly the same size, with the Type 4 weighing slightly more. The main difference is the spacing of the keys. The bezel on the Type Cover 4 is thinner than the Type Cover 3, allowing the keys to be more spaced apart. This allows the keys to be more separated and accentuated, making it easier to feel and locate the keys and easier to type without accidentally pressing another key. The other key difference is the touchpad being bigger to allow more range or movement. The key travel seems to be about the same, but with the more space and accentuation of the keys it may feel slightly more on the Type 4. Overall, I'd say it's a good upgrade over the Type Cover 3 if you type a lot for work or school. Not so much if it's for personal or home use, keeping in mind that the Type 4 is $130 and the older Type 3 is more affordable at roughly half the price. How much I got mine for. The back of the Type 4 also says Microsoft, while the Type 3 says Surface. Pros: easier to type and feel the keys. Keys are more spaced apart. Has extra buttons. Bigger trackpad. Cons: wish it came with standard fingerprint sensor. My SP3 Type Cover died on me after 4 years, so I bought this new Surface Pro Type Cover. Glad to know it fits my SP3. I love the new spacing of the keys, larger and smoother trackpad. I feel like the keys are a little loud and the backlighting of the keys aren't as bright. I also wish they still made the loop to hold my pen. Overall satisfied. I love this new Type Cover. It feels so much better than the 3 series. I like how the keys have a little space between them. It's a little quieter typing and it has a larger trackpad for mousing around. The backlighting is a step up as well and has an even glow on each key. It can get quite bright too. It really is just an all-around improved upon keyboard. I am using it with a Surface Pro 3, thank you MS for making them compatible. Even if you're not upgrading to the Surface Pro 4, I'd recommend checking this keyboard out over the 3 series. You will be glad you did. This is my second keyboard for my Surface Pro 3. The first one lasted almost 3 years. This one is the same great quality, and I like how the keys are a tiny bit smaller but has more space between the keys. I love the bold red color. No installation required. It came well packaged, and after removing it from the box and attaching it to my laptop, it worked immediately. I got this particular product for much cheaper as part of a bundle from the Microsoft Store. The pattern of the material is quite eye-catching and gets people to walk by and want to touch it. However, the material itself doesn't feel particularly fancy or expensive. This is coming from someone who has never really used any of the other Surface colors. It looks so much nicer to the eye than the cheap and gaudy blue color that is in promotional material. I have a close-up look on my YouTube channel if you type in Otto Anderson Surface Pro 4. The keys are a bit loud for typing than one may expect, but it's quite a pleasure to type on this thing. Feel free to ask more specific questions in the comments or on my YouTube video. I'm glad I went with red. It's actually a bit deeper than how bright red it is in the photos, and over time the felt has become more plush, so it feels softer. The keys feel good to type on for such a slim profile, not the same response as a full keyboard but more than comfortable enough to work on for long periods of time. I haven't had much issues with the touch keyboard, but I have used better trackpads elsewhere. Although tempted, I resisted the urge to upgrade from a Microsoft Surface Pro 3 to a Surface Pro 4, or Surface Book, for that matter. Fortunately, several of the upgraded peripherals designed in conjunction with the Surface Pro 4, including the Surface Pro 4 type cover and pen, are backwards compatible with the Surface Pro 3. So, while I don't get the benefits of the bigger screen and faster processor, I do get to enjoy a new keyboard and pen experience. One of the first things I noticed about the new keyboard cover is that the buttons are all well spaced apart. On the original Surface Pro 3 keyboard, all of the keys were right next to each other, with no breathing room. The old way worked without much complaint, but the new way is decidedly better. I also like the addition of a PRTSCN, print screen, key, pulling double duty with F7, that was missing from the previous keyboard, as well as the addition of a right mouse/menu key. Combined with the enhanced typing experience, this keyboard is a big improvement in every way, while fitting almost exactly the same. Another key improvement of the keyboard is the trackpad, which is a significant advancement on the already improved trackpad on the old Surface Pro 3 type cover. It's oversized and smooth as silk. While I despise trackpads in general, in my limited time with this one, I can say without a doubt that I'll be reaching for my wireless Logitech trackball far less. As for the pen, it's a radical redesign. Now, it's roughly pencil-shaped, angle body, with a discrete erase button that serves multiple other functions depending upon how you click it. It feels great in the hand, and you can really tell the difference with the new pen tip. It definitely does a far better job of simulating writing on a traditional surface. While I haven't tried out the other included pen tips, I'll have something to look forward to as time permits. as it is. With my test drawings, it was a real treat. This time around, no pen loop is included. I still have my third-party pen loop on my Surface Pro 3 itself, so I'll be making use of that. While this new Surface Pen does indeed have a far stronger magnet to attach to the right side of the unit, even the most powerful magnet doesn't do great when tossed about in a bag. I'll be erring on the side of safety. With that said, for casual use, I'll have no issues with letting it snap itself to the right side of the unit when that's more convenient than slipping it into the loop. If you type a lot like I do on the Surface Pro 3, I wholeheartedly recommend the keyboard upgrade. Even if you don't type a lot, the greatly improved trackpad may be the type of enhanced functionality you didn't know you were missing out on. The pen is a definite upgrade, but if you don't use the pen a lot, there's probably less incentive to upgrade that. Either way, if you're a Surface Pro 3 owner and have Surface Pro 4 Renway, this is a great way to reap some of the benefits of what would otherwise be a far larger monetary, and, frankly, time investment. Click link in description for more reviews.